want to support the platform just in case anything like this happens again, you can do it by way of PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and also by the Anchor. And you can also further support the platform by way of going to the Teespring store or the shoe store that is located in the comment section below. Teenage boy opened fire at a school in Serbia's capital on Wednesday, taking the lives of 8 children and a school guard. 6 more children and a teacher were also injured and later hospitalized. Police identified the shooter by his initials KK and stated that he had opened fire with his father's firearm. He was arrested in the schoolyard. A statement identified him as a student at the school in central Belgrade who was born in 2009. Primary schools in Serbia have 8 grades, starting with the first grade. Police have stated that they received a call about the incident at the primary school at around 8:40 a.m. Experts, however, have repeatedly warned of the number of weapons left over in the country after the wars of the 1990s. They also note that decades-long instability stemming from the conflict as well as ongoing economic hardships could trigger such outbursts. Local media footage from the scene showed commotion outside of the school as police removed the suspect, whose head was covered as officers led him to a car parked in the street. Now, I just want to start off by saying, condolences to the families out there who gotta, suffer through that, and they gotta end up, making, funerals and memorials and whatnot for their kids for something that, should not have even have taken place. It shouldn't have happened at all. Um, the main thing that I will state though is that the people who either reported, whoever wanted to give the excuse stating that due to the fact of decades long instability stemming from the conflicts as well as ongoing economic hardships could trigger such outbursts. So you mean to tell me that a child that is in school, a student, is having hardships, they're having a hard time, and because of this they're like, let me just just get this one item here and decide that I want to start doing something. Let me go out here and see what trouble that I can get directly into, and then to try to categorize this as an outburst in order to minimize the severity of what it is that took place, in order to minimize the lives that were in a sense taken. That's crazy. That's irresponsible journalism. That's irresponsible writing. That makes no sense. For, the people out there, I'm not sure if any Serbians, read that article or if they have that article translated, but for the fact that it's even written like that, that's crazy. That's 1,000% crazy. This has nothing to do with instability. It has everything to do with what it is that somebody wanted to do because that's what they had directly in their mind. What needs to happen is that people need to be made responsible for the actions that they decide to take on. People need to be made responsible for the thoughts that they have and how it is that they decide to act on said thoughts. Nobody forced him to do this. Nobody coerced him to do this. He went out and decided to do this. He or she, whatever it was, decided to go out there and do this. Like I said, just make sure that they're put away in prison and they'll never see the light of day ever again. That's the best thing that you can sit up there and do. That's pretty much it. Because the main thing that I keep telling people is that regardless of wherever you are, things like this aren't realistically going to stop. Um, it's going to, in a sense, seem more in abundance due to the fact that we have social media, due to the fact that we have everybody talking and everybody's pretty much, looking for a lot of these things. And again, I just want to state, when it deals with the United States, one of the fixes that I gave for this is that they would hire retired military personnel, right? Because that would breed a type of security, that would breed safety, that would breed reassurance. People would feel safer if they saw retired military outside of schools. And then people that would want to potentially do these things at schools, guess what? They will second guess it. You're not going to outbeat a group of militarily trained individuals, and you're just one person. You're not about to beat that. You're not Jason Bourne. It's not happening. So, and then on top of that, it would be a way faster response time if anything. Just even if they were there, if something were to pop off, it would be a way quicker response time than what police could do. Because guess what? We've seen this across America time and time and time and time again. And it's always some type of slow response time. Now, we've had some, probably maybe about a handful, if not less, of response times when these things take place in our schools, where the police are there. It's a quick one, two, three, four. That's it. It's not some long, drawn out type of thing and all of this other type of nonsense. It's not none of that. But like I said before, the problem is that here in America, the police are not here to specifically protect the people. They're not here specifically to protect the children. They're here to protect the government. They're here to protect the rich. They're here to protect the businesses. Those are the people that they are supposed to protect. And then it goes even deeper when you go into corporations that have privatized, police or military. So, like I said before, a lot of things just need to change. A lot of things need to change. And again, my condolences to any of the Serbians out there who, lost loved ones or, children, dealing with this nonsense. Hopefully, this will be, the last one. Because God help you if you got to deal with the same, problems that we have in the United States.